Another day, another commitment for GT. Meet the newest wide receiver to go along their wide receiving core, Isaiah Fuhrmann. Now look, Georgia Tech needed wide receivers, a big position to need coming into the offseason, right? They lost so many players, right? We seen obviously yesterday added Javin Plummer, right? Big guy, 6'4", 215. They added another guy who's kind of a little bit more explosive, 6'4", explosive with the ball in his hands, can make different plays. 46 catches this past year, 907 yards, and he had 9 touchdowns. But the key is, like I said, the explosiveness. So think almost a speedy Malik Rutherford, but potentially even better because he had 9 touchdowns. So he's really hard to cover, really good when you look at the depth of the field and you look all the way down the field. You look 20-plus yard catches, 10 to 19 intermediate, and then he could take short little routes and take them all the way and take them the distance. So that's one of the big keys when it comes to this player, Isaiah Fuhrmann, and what he's going to be able to bring to the table. Pretty highly rated, playing for Elon, 78.5 overall grade and 611 snaps. And obviously, he's not going to be rated as high on the transfer portal screen, but he adds a very good need, or he fills a big need for Georgia Tech. So when you think about everything for GT, they lost so many players, right? We've talked about it in other videos, the Rutherfords, the Eric Rivers, the Dean Pattersons, the Isaiah Canyons, right? So they get at least 2 guys with that kind of that depth, that size, that strength, that speed, right? 6'4", you've added at least 2 in the portal. So now when you look at Georgia Tech, they're a lot deeper now, more explosive, because you already have Jordan Allen, who's about a good 5'9", 5'8", or whatever you want to call it. He's explosive with the ball in his hands, right? We've seen all the big plays. You can't replicate his speed. That's why he was one of the biggest keeps for Georgia Tech and not allowing him to go to the portal. So getting him was obviously massive in retaining him. Now you get another guy with his, I won't say the same level of speed because Allen's different, but has a level of speed that's pretty comparable to what Allen has. Then you bring a big body receiver in Javin Plummer, who we talked about, 6'4", 215, red zone threat, big catch radius, elite. And then you have Jalen Mbakwe as your other guy. Well, what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands as well is likely going to play both sides for Georgia Tech. So I say, man, another really good pickup, underrated, had him for a visit, handle business, and this is how you do it if you head coach Brent Key and obviously you the staff. Late addition, but like I said, I don't think GT's done. I think wide receiver room now, you feel pretty good. You got 4 viable wide receivers now that have at least some kind of playing experience and come in and play for you instantly as they get on campus. Then the rest, you let it pan out. Whoever else is going to fill those spots, right? Will it be a younger guy? Will it be a guy that's been buried in the depth chart like a Chris Elko who comes up and starts playing at a high level? But now if you Coach Key, you feel pretty good with what you have. And it looks like unless something changes tomorrow or we get a big update, a big news update or something like that, it feels like it's going to pretty much stay the same. It doesn't feel like they're going to go get a quarterback. Well, Pabula's no longer there. Anthony Calandria is no longer there. He's at Nebraska. Pabula's at Virginia. It feels like they're going to keep the same. It ain't the worst thing in the world. What that signals to me, though, is that Brent Key, Coach Winky, offensive coordinator, they all believe in Graham Knowles and what they have at the quarterback room with Cole Bergeron and also Grady Adamson. So really good pickup for GT. They're doing their thing and not too surprised to see this, but a really good acquisition on Sunday.